See, once it's churned, it's actually a very respectable kind of texture. You know what I mean? Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another full day of eating. Man, this angle, I need to like... Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another full day of eating with Miles. Do you know what? The weather was actually really nice this morning, and I went for a long walk in the sun, and now it's like starting to piss down with rain a little bit. Guys, I think I'm under attack. Like, honestly, whenever I'm in this kitchen, like, things will be beeping and making noises, and then I don't know where they're coming from. Like, is it coming from the oven? Is it coming from the toaster? Am I being watched? I've kind of decided that this is gonna be the last winter that I spend in the UK, because I am so affected by the weather mentally that, yeah, I just need sunshine. I need sunshine in my life. Also, speaking about things I still need in my life, I know in my last video I was talking about how I'm still very addicted to melons. These little cantaloupe melons are so sweet and so good, but so yeah, I've had to stop buying melons in bulk because, I mean, I have no sense of control when it comes to melon. I mean, on the list of things that could possibly be addictive and things I have been addicted to in the past, I don't see why melon is now on that list, but it is. Anyways, the story is that I've had to stop buying like 3 or 4 in one go because I'll eat them all in one go. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just became ridiculous and pricey, and it's like not the right time of year to buy them, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm just buying like one every day and then having it first thing in the morning. So I'm gonna crack this baby open in a minute. I mean, to be fair, they are pretty small. So it's kind of one of those days where I've got the house like stocked up with good food, but I haven't planned any of my meals, so I don't know where this day is gonna take us. Actually, that's a lie, because for lunch, I'm gonna meet a friend. We're gonna go to this amazing little vegan cafe here that I really wanna support called Veg Box. Yes, Veg Box, not Vag Box. Goes without saying that I have got an epic nut butter review coming up later for you. I've still got so many that I brought back from the States ready to be tested, so yeah, stay tuned for that later. So I picked up this granola this morning from Sainsbury's, good old Sainos. It's their finest granola with dates and pecan nuts, I think. Yeah, this is date and pecan nut granola. Do you see what I mean? Where did that beep come from? There are no appliances on. Did it come from the camera? Did it come from the melon? I am confused. I'm very confused at this point. Oh, also, I guess as this is what I eat in a day, I should tell you what I'm drinking. This is a mix of chamomile and ginger tea. Don't ask me why I mix them together, because it doesn't work very well, but cheers. Meeting my friend in a couple of hours in town to go for lunch, so I think what I'm gonna do is start with this melon, because I just can't, to be honest, I don't even want it that much. It's just like routine that I have melon first thing in the morning, so it's gonna happen. And then I'm gonna try some of this granola with some creamy coconut yogurt. You see, with cantaloupe melons, I feel like they're a little bit more reliable than watermelons. As in, with watermelons, I don't care what anyone says. Even when you get like the hollow, you know, like the hollow thing, it can still be bad. You just never know. But I feel like cantaloupes are a little bit more reliable. Just do a little bit of scoopy. Mate, that is sweet. Sweet! Don't know what it is, guys, but there is just something in melon that I can't live without. I can't. Love it. I just can't beat that. I just can't. So I've got some of this Cashew coconut yogurt. Don't know if you guys have tried it, but in my opinion, this is like the be-all, end-all coconut yogurt. It's just the best. There's another brand here in the UK called Coco, and it's much thinner, and it has a tangy taste like Greek yogurt, but this is like the full-on thick, creamy, and like sweet stuff. No sugar added, but it's sweet. Got some straws. Haven't had straws in absolutely ages, you know. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, while I'm chopping this up, should we have a little chat? I feel like we haven't had a little chat in ages, even though this is gonna be a one-way chat, because you guys can't talk back. But do you know what I was thinking about this morning when I was in the gym? I'm not gonna lie, this morning, sometimes before I work out, I feel like trash, right? I feel like I just can't cope. Like, everything's just too much. I have very, very bad anxiety, if you guys didn't know. And I guess that's why I'm kind of like not bouncy, but like the analogy my friends use is that it's like I'm being electrocuted. And to be honest, it feels like I'm being electrocuted like most of the time. Just so much like adrenaline and anxiety. But I don't know, when I come out the gym, I usually feel a lot better. But this morning I was feeling like crap. One of my friends there was like, hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? And I was like, oh, I'm good, how are you? And I feel like that's normal. It's become normal conversation to just say to everyone, hey, how are you? And then your automatic response is, oh, I'm good, how are you doing? But I thought, you know what? What if I was actually honest with everyone that asks me if I'm okay in the morning? What if I actually said, I feel like shit? What are you gonna do about it? I feel like honesty is key, guys, and I've decided from now on, I'm not gonna be polite. Like, if someone asks me in the morning how I'm feeling, I'm just gonna say, I feel like shit, how do you feel? And then we'll just see what happens. You know, be like a little experiment. All right, we have straws. Oh God, look at that granola. Like that's proper stuff. There's like whole pecan nuts in there. Sorry, pecan nuts to all my American viewers. I don't usually buy granola that much purely because I can eat the whole bag in one go. Like, if I just started eating this like out the bag, it would be gone, just gone. No exaggeration. A little bit of straw action going on there. Love myself some straws. Can't wait for the straws this summer that literally grow down my road and I can go and pick them in the morning. I mean, I can't go and pick them in the morning unless you pay to get in, but you know, there's always ways around these things, like jumping over fences. Oh, this stuff, guys, it's like, it's just the best thing ever. You see, I know normal people might stop there, but this needs a little drizzle of almond butter. You can't deny. Just a smidge, you know? Now we're talking. All right, by the way, if you're wondering which almond butter I'm using the one from Sainsbury's. So obviously this is not a new one that's gonna get reviewed later, but this is my staple one. I mean, don't get me wrong, the raw Trader Joe's one that I reviewed, I think a couple videos ago, was the best one I've ever tasted. Still working on getting my green card so that I have access to TJ's all the time. But yeah, my staple when I'm here in the UK is this 100% almond butter from Sainsbury's. It's a clear 10 out of 10, already reviewed this. It's just incredible. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's not over roasted. It just goes with everything. Literally everything. Would you look at that, guys? Beautiful. Only thing that is actually missing is some omega-3s. Usually I'd sprinkle some flax or a good few spoons of hemp seeds on top, but I've run out, I need to go buy some. Can we just appreciate that this brand actually puts whole pecan nuts in the granola mix and happily apply to face. Anyways, I'll see you at lunch. Cheers. So for lunch, we went out to this little vegan cafe called Veg Box. It's become one of my favorite places to go for a quick healthy fix recently. Go there all the time, love it. Most of their options are very healthy, but most importantly, their flavors are just on point. They also make the most incredible vegan desserts. I've actually tried most of them so far. I think their raw carrot cake is still my favorite. They also make so many different teas and coffees. They even have a red velvet latte, which I haven't tried yet. I got a Buddha bowl filled with 3 or 4 different salad mixes, some grains, kimchi, and a huge dollop of hummus. So good. And this is my second mother, stroke best friend called Julie. I call her Majulie, just like from Ali G, if you remember from back in the day. And for dessert, we shared this little raw coffee and walnut slice, which was just out of this world. And I was actually really gutted that I had to share it. Oh, and also I got a decaf soy latte. And when I get my lattes, you know they have to be extra hot, and they get the heat on point as well, so extra points for that. I bet it's well nice. Where's my knife? Where is my knife? There it is. All right, guys, so yeah, lunch was a bomb. The food in there is always incredible. If you're ever in the Thanet, Canterbury area where I live now, definitely check out the Veg Box. Obviously not sponsored or anything. I just love to support and promote vegan restaurants that make amazing healthy food. So yeah, just not quite time to make dinner because I eat dinner like very late. Like I'm talking like 9 p.m, 10 p.m. Don't know why, I always have, my family just have always eaten very late. That's how I grew up, so I don't know. It's just like my natural rhythm. Plus, if I eat dinner at like 5 or 6, I'm gonna be hungry again by 8 o'clock, so it just doesn't work like that. Just gonna crack into this little Haas avocado. little healthy snack. To be honest, this doesn't feel like a promising one. I feel like it could be a bit crap. Oh, guys. If I had a gun right now, maybe it'll taste okay. That is just... No.
Don't do like this.
Anyways, I need to go and find something else to snack on now, because I'll probably have like some carrot and hummus or something, and I'll see you at dinner. I honestly don't think I've been this excited to do a nut butter review ever. Alright, so today I have another two that I brought back from the States. This one is Trader Joe's salted cashew butter. Don't forget that normal cashew butter is not normally salted. Like peanut butters are salted and sometimes almond butter, but cashew butter is usually roasted but not salted. But think about the difference in taste between like a raw or just a roasted cashew nut versus a salted cashew nut. Like, they're completely different things. So, apparently this one is incredible and extremely addictive. Also though, I think for Trader Joe's, this was pretty expensive because their regular nut butters are really cheap for what they are. They're the best in the world. I think this was like $7.99. Now this one, a bit of a story time with this one, bit of a story time. I know I told you in one of my previous videos that I spent loads of money on nut butters, obviously, when I was just in the States recently, but this one made it back in my suitcase, and I have no idea, I have no, what's the word? I have no recollection of buying this. And nevertheless, I'm extremely excited about it, because I actually Googled it, and this brand is actually hella expensive. I think this was like $15. Anyways, this is the brand Wild Friends, and this is their chocolate coconut peanut butter. Alright, we're gonna start with this one, the Wild Friends chocolate coconut peanut butter. I love the way Americans say peanut butter. We're just like peanut butter and they're like peanut butter. So the ingredients on this baby are roasted peanuts, organic cane sugar, coconut, unsweetened dark chocolate, and sea salt. By the way, these have been upside down for like a week at least. So they should be runny. Fuck. Okay, extremely runny. All right, this is very, very fluid on top. This is the churn one, isn't it? I can tell. Here we go, here we go. Guys, I don't know if I can fucking do it anymore. Fuck. Just going in with a spoon. See, once it's churned, it's actually a very respectable kind of texture. You know what I mean? Cheers. Oh my gosh. Woo! Guys. That is something else. That is absolutely the perfect amount of sweet. You get a little bit of saltiness, a little bit of chocolate, kind of a lot of bit of coconut, but I like that. See, I struggle in these moments because I don't actually know what normal people put nut butters on, because I don't put them on anything. I eat them all with a spoon. Unless it's almond butter, then it's like all the veggies. But you know what I mean. See, I just love stuff like this, but it's just not gonna last long. All right, onto the Trader Joe's salted cashew butter. I mean, I don't even like doubt at this point. I don't even doubt. I don't ever doubt TJ's. I know for a fact that this is gonna be perfectly runny. Yeah, TJ's always knows exactly where it's at. There's never any churning involved. Look at that. Right off the bat. I mean, cashew butter is always thicker than almond butter anyway, or peanut butter, because it just is, but didn't even have to churn it. Love it. Anyways, big dollop. Cheers. That is absolutely out of this planet. Guys, I actually cannot stop with this one. This is just different level. Flavor of that is intense. It's perfectly roasted. I always say about cashew nut butters, if they're over roasted and like left on the shelf for too long, they go rancid very quick and they almost taste and smell fishy. But this, all right, just a little rundown of these two. I feel like this would be a cupboard staple for me if I lived in the States. And yeah, this one is, I mean, it's definitely a dessert. I guess it would be nice like drizzled on oatmeal or in a smoothie or just eaten with a spoon, kind of like you would with Nutella. Anyways, see you at dinner. All right, so I've decided I was gonna dice this butternut squash up and just roast it in like little cubes. But if you didn't already know, a whole roasted, well, I guess a half roasted, I'm gonna roast both, but just roasting it whole without chopping it up is the best way to eat butternut squash, or pumpkin in my opinion. It caramelizes, it becomes sweet. It's just so good. It is also really good if you if you roast it in some balsamic vinegar and cinnamon. And then when it's squishy, you just drizzle it with some liquid gold. And by liquid gold, you all know what I mean. And then I'm gonna put a few crisscrosses in it. So I've just drizzled these with a tiny bit of garlic infused olive oil, just like a teaspoon. It just helps it caramelize. You obviously don't have to do that if you don't like to use oil. Like I said, you can also just drizzle a little bit of balsamic vinegar or also coconut aminos on this. Makes it really sweet and caramelized. So these are gonna go into the hot oven probably for like an hour. Does take quite a while to cook, especially with the skin. But the end result, guys, is so worth it. And always like roast both halves, because even if you're only having one half for dinner, which I'll probably have one half for dinner, but if you roast extra, like a half of this is a great breakfast. You can fill the middle with like some granola or coconut yogurt or berries. Anyways, into a hot oven till it's nice and squish. Guys, this has just come out the oven. You can see it's still steaming, and it is, look at how squish and caramelized this is. Alright guys, so here's my very simple but very nutrient dense dinner. By the way, you probably can't tell by the camera angle, but this is my massive bowl. The one that's like 4 times bigger than a regular bowl. Underneath, I have got some arugula rocket. Also just some mixed greens with some red leaves in there. Lots of fresh raw cabbage. Got some romaine underneath. All it needs now is a good sprinkle of hemp seeds for some of those powerful omega-3s and protein. I picked these up earlier when I went out, because I know I told you I ran out earlier. A little bit of salt and pepper. A little drizzle of my new obsession, which is coconut aminos. It's like sweet and savory and a little bit tangy at the same time. Golden lake of proper runny Arabic tahini. This is where the clay kind of stuff just doesn't pass the test. See, look what I'm talking about. Look how squished that flesh is. Look at that. Anyways guys, as always, I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.